In the mysterious depths of the ocean, some weird-looking anglerfish have been caught doing something pretty funny. Imagine this. Certain types of anglerfish like to swim upside down their whole lives. These fish are already known for their scary appearance, with a long, glowing lure hanging in front of their mouths, likely to attract prey. The grumpy-looking deep-sea anglerfish has a good reason to be a bit sour. It's possibly the ugliest creature on Earth and hangs out in the least welcoming place, the dark, desolate bottom of the sea. Here's the scoop. Only the female anglerfish go out for food. The males have a lazy gig as freeloaders and are only there for dating purposes. Now, these anglerfish have special glowy spots that they use like a flashlight to dazzle other fish. The cool part is that the lights come from bacteria living on the fish. And get this, the anglerfish can do a neat trick. It can open its mouth wide enough to gulp down prey that's twice its size. Talk about a big appetite. So, while it might look a bit grumpy, the anglerfish is a master of survival in the deep, dark sea. But why is the fish preferred to swim upside down? How is the fish able to survive in the darkest part of the ocean where there is little food? Why is only the female predates for food? How is the reproduction so weird? These are all valid questions, but it turns out this fish isn't as cool as it looks, and its stupid-looking body and all of this weird mouth do actually serve a purpose. This is the biology of anglerfish. The anglerfish belong to the order Lophiiformes, which includes 3 suborders, 16 families and more than 200 species. This order is in the bony fish class, which in turn is in the subphylum Vertebrata. They are distributed worldwide and include both free-swimming and sea-bottom dwelling species. Most species live on the deep sea bottom and have bizarre body appearance. These anglerfish live really deep down, around 3,000 to 8,000 feet under the ocean's surface. Because they reside in such deep waters, we don't know much about how they act normally. So, with their spooky glow lure, just casually cruising along upside down, adding a touch of goofiness to the dark and mysterious ocean depths. Back in 1999, a fancy underwater robot ROV took pictures of whip-nosed anglerfish doing a headstand between Hawaii and California. People thought it was just a one-time thing. Fast forward a few years, scientists saw the same odd behaviour in recordings from another ROV near Japan. They checked more videos and found 8 instances of different anglerfish doing the same headstand trick. What's interesting is that these fish didn't just do it sometimes, they were consistently swimming upside down, no matter what they were up to. So, why the acrobatics? The researchers think it's because the anglerfish's fishing rod-like thing on their faces. It turns out, when they're upside down, this long lure hangs down towards the ocean floor. The team believes the fish figured out that this makes it easier to use their lure to sift through the plants on the seafloor, helping them spot prey hiding in there. This weird behaviour sheds light on the lives of deep-sea creatures, and it's all thanks to the cool technology of ROVs. Before these robots, scientists had to rely on dragging up dead specimens from the deep sea using nets. That method didn't give them much information about the bizarre habits of these underwater creatures. Now, with ROVs, biologists can explore the ocean better and understand more about the habitats of different marine species. Alright, so these deep anglerfish have a seriously bizarre way of making babies. The males in this story are the ultimate freeloaders. They're tiny compared to the females, about 10 times smaller, and their sole purpose is to reproduce. Here's the wild part. These little males use their super sensitive sense of smell to track down the females. Once they find one, they literally bite into her. And get this, some even have special hooked teeth just for that. Then they release an enzyme that dissolves their own mouth and fuses with the female body. So now they're basically part of her, sharing the same blood and everything. the guys become like living accessories for the females. Why go through all this trouble? Well, in the vast ocean, running into a potential mate isn't easy, so when they find one, they want to stick together. And I mean, they take stick together to the next level. But here's the kicker. The females don't just stop at one male. No, they can have up to 12 little males hanging on to them. It's like they're collecting mates. This whole fusing thing is kind of like an organ transplant, except these anglerfish are pros at it. In a 2020 study, scientists found out that these fish lack the genes that would normally attack foreign tissues, and they don't have many immune system components like T cells and antibodies. This would be a disaster for humans, but for anglerfish it's the key to their strange way of making baby anglerfish. Alright, so there's about 170 different types of deep sea anglerfish, and they're like a funky bunch with names like snaggletooth, sea devil and panaceous dreamer. These creatures come in all sorts of shapes, from round and squat to flat and big snouted, and some even have whiskery filaments. Despite their diverse looks, these anglerfish are a bit like underwater ninjas. They live in the deep, dark ocean, and they're not easy to find because they prefer going solo. Living between 1,000 to 16,400 feet below the surface, they're quite the mysterious bunch. And get this, scientists are still discovering new species, and each one seems stranger than the last. Now, why are they called anglerfish? Well, it's because of a nifty trick they have. They use a glowing lure to attract their prey, kind of like a built-in fishing rod. These guys are patient predators, lurking in the dark and waiting for prey to come by. When the time is right, they wiggle, hide, and reveal their lure to entice their unlucky victim, which gets sucked up when it gets too close. So, whether they look like a blob or have weird filaments, any deep-sea anglerfish is basically a nightmare for small ocean creatures just trying to get by. As we conclude our deep-sea journey with this enigmatic anglerfish, subscribe for more intriguing insights, like and comment to share your thoughts. Stay curious and connected. More adventures await.